Probably about 5 years ago, I got involved with the King Center in Frankfort, Kentucky. I volunteer at the YMCA. I've been coaching soccer and basketball for probably the past 6 years. I coach my kids, all their friends, and then it's a nice feeling because you work with some of these kids at 3 and 4 years old where they're not very skilled. It's all about the fun, but then you watch them grow, you see them pick up the fundamentals, and then the best part is when the parents request you again. They want you for the next sport, and then you get to see the growth throughout. So some of these kids are 6, 7, 8 years old now, and I started with them when they were 3 or 4. Our mission is to serve the children, be it if it's physically, emotionally, academically, and spiritually, and to kind of be there to be a rock for the parents and for the children, to provide support. We do after-school programs, we do summer programs, and these programs are free for the students, and it's also there to give for those that are underprivileged opportunities to do things like archaeological digs, to do pottery, to be a part of step shows, to go to sculpture parks and just try to do the things that they may not normally get to do in their normal household. We provide transportation for those things, and everything that we do is absolutely free. The King Center wasn't around when I was a kid, but since then I've had plenty of nieces and nephews and my own little younger siblings that were able to go through the King Center, get the support, and see the good things that it was able to do, and then to actually not knowing if I'm capable of doing something like that, but for them, they reached out to me, role model, whatever have you, and feel like, wow, they feel like I can actually come in and provide something. And it was something I was hesitant about, but now since joining, it's probably been one of the best things I've done. It's just, I don't know, it's very rewarding, and knowing that these kids are able to get something that they may not have been able to without having that type of organization there. So we had our last soccer game of the season, was playing a team that was undefeated throughout the whole session. Our team grew throughout the whole process, and in this last game we beat them 2-0, and then to see these kids that have never scored goals get goals. Like my son has never scored in a soccer game. He's 8 years old and he got 3 goals this season and got 1 in the game before, but to beat that one team was very rewarding. And to have kids, because I've had some parents tell me, that we weren't going to sign up this year, but because you were coaching, we've seen you in other sports, we've talked to you, and then to go back and say, what did they think about the session? And it was just that, wow, they had a blast. Like I just had a kid who has never played basketball, but because I'm coaching, he wants to play basketball now. You have value. Everybody has value. Everybody has something that they can offer. Maybe it may not be an idea that you have, but maybe you can piggyback off an idea. Maybe you can have a different way of looking at something that may give somebody that other idea that may spawn something. But really, just as long as you're there, you're doing something. It's better than just sitting on the couch doing nothing.